addiction. So I
Okay.
want you to think back to your childhood and growing up, and
Okay.
if did you experience anything traumatic while you were growing up?
Yeah, so growing up, I don't know. I always hated my life growing up, you know. We were poor, you know what I'm saying? I was a obese kid. My uncle molested me from age 7 to 9. You know, my childhood, you know, my dad disowned me. My childhood was I hated my childhood. Yeah. Um, that was crazy. I hated my mom for being poor, stuff like that. Yeah, so I hated my childhood. We didn't have a car. We had to walk to the grocery store and tote groceries and stuff like that. And people would drive by and make comments and, you know, bad comments and stuff like that, you know, and it was just bad, you know. We had roaches in the house. I mean, it was awful. I hated my childhood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you think those experiences impacted the direction your life took?
Well, I mean, I feel it impacted a lot because for a long time I didn't love myself. You know what I'm saying? I hated myself. I hated my life. I hated who I was. I hated how I looked. You know, it was just bad. You know, um, my brother, my brothers didn't like me. You know, my sisters loved me. My brothers didn't like me. You know, I remember my mom used to try to make him take me off with him, and play with the other kids and stuff like that. And he would make comments about, "I'm not taking that sissy nowhere," you know. So, and that type of stuff hurts, you know. Me being a kid, you know. But I guess it made me strong though because I went through a lot of stuff and I endured, and came out of it. Um, I truly believe, that that was the whole reason for me, that and being molested was the whole reason why I chose drugs or alcohol to numb the pain and stuff like that. Because I, I would it'd be like an escape for me, and it was for years. Um, the abuse and stuff like that. That stuff takes you through a lot, and you don't ever get over it. Yeah, yeah. But through Christ, though, Christ, as He's given me the strength to get through it. Though I pray a lot. You know, I read a lot, read my Bible a lot and stuff like that because that's like my exit.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever experienced addiction?
Oh yes, absolutely. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I remember the first time I used drugs was I had to be like about 12, 11 or 12. I had an aunt and she introduced me to marijuana. I mean, I've seen marijuana, growing up and, around the guys and in the neighborhood and stuff like that, but I never tried it. But my first time I tried marijuana, I had to be like 11, 12 years old with my aunt, my mother's sister, Aunt Petronia. And I remember it was so funny. We was at her house that day, and we was cleaning up her house, and she was already zooted up, and she was like, you want to try something? I said, yeah. So I tried smoking marijuana, and I'm like, my God, I think we cleaned that house from top to bottom. We went outside and cleaned yards that day. That marijuana had me gone. But yeah, that was the first time, and I enjoyed it. I didn't worry about nothing. My aunt was enjoying me. She loved me. And I don't know. I just had this false sense of being appreciated and loved. And I didn't feel the pain of hating myself anymore. With the marijuana. So, and then it progressed with them, after that, the alcohol, because my parents, they did drink, what I'm saying, but I wasn't, inclined to, want to drink. But after that, though, I did, though. Yeah, it was off to the races then.
Yeah. Did you ever experience any homelessness?
Well, the homeless thing didn't come until after I got out of prison, because I've been to prison before. And he didn't come until after I got out of prison and I got addicted to meth. I smoked crack for years and worked and everything, in and out of prison and stuff, doing crazy things. But I didn't experience homelessness until I started smoking meth. Yeah, meth, as it just, I don't know, I lost everything. I lost everything. Um, I was pretty much living a comfortable life in Dahlonega, Georgia, and I hooked up with some guys, and up in the mountains and started smoking meth. And the next thing you know, they have nothing, homeless. So I was hanging out with one of my girlfriends. I had moved to Atlanta, Georgia, and I was hanging out with one of my girlfriends, and in Atlanta, we were working together at a booth downtown at 5 Points, and we had this bright idea one day that we were going to ride to her hometown, which was Athens, Alabama. I've never been to Alabama before, and so we had this bright idea. We was going to ride to Athens, Alabama, smoke dope, and get high and meet her friends. And so, my God, that was a bad idea. So we did exactly that, and we left Atlanta and we drove to Athens, Alabama, and we had no problems stopping the little pit stops and stuff. But when we got to Athens, Alabama, we got pulled over by the cops, and for some apparent reason, she had warrants on her, and she ended up going to jail. I was cool, there was no warrants on me, nothing, my background came out good and everything. So they left me on the side of the road. The police left me on the side of the road walking. And I didn't have nothing but a bunch of meth and paraphernalia. They didn't even check me or nothing, in my coat. And so, in my bag. And I ended up, being homeless. That's the first time I ever was homeless. And I didn't call nobody because I really had no one to call. And so I ended up being on the streets of Athens, Alabama, homeless. And I went to this place called Valley something or other. It was like a little mini shelter thing. And I stayed there for like a week or so. And I was in and out of there because you couldn't stay there all day. And throughout the time of being out and about throughout the day, I was still getting high, still smoking, dope and stuff like that. And so I got robbed and all this type of stuff that was going on because I still knew how to make little hustles and make money and stuff like that, doing little sexual stuff, But anyway, I got robbed and I was like, I can't do this no more, So I was talking to one of the ladies at the Valley something other place, and she mentioned Downtown Rescue Mission. She said, I need a program. She said, well, there's a program there, and it's free. I said, well, let's try it out then. So the next day, I ended up coming here to the Downtown Rescue Mission, and I got my life together. Yeah, it was Christian based. I've been in programs before, and I knew that if I got my connection back with Christ, it would be better. I'm not discrediting AA and all that stuff, but the Christ-based stuff helps me because I know where my help comes from. And it's from Jesus. So I came here and my life has really changed. I've been in and out of the program for the past, I came here like 2018, 2019. This is 2025 for back and forth. I graduated the program before. But I knew it, I had to come back there to get my life back on track.
Right.
Yeah.
Let me stop you right there real fast.
Yeah.
You have a fill in the blank.
Uh-huh.
So I'll read it out with the blank and then you repeat it, the full sentence back.
Okay.
Filling in the blank.
All right, come on.
My biggest challenge before coming to the Downtown Rescue Mission was?
Getting out those streets. Yeah. I never was built like that. I never been a street person, you know what I'm saying? The whole hustle thing, that's not me, you know what I'm saying? I've always worked and, make a living to, make a living for myself. That whole hustling thing, that's not me. I don't do that, But yeah, that's what my biggest challenge was get.
So this most recent time that you came, what was kind of your turning point or your rock bottom that brought you back to the program this time?
Almost again. I was hanging out with some people that they were just mean, you know what I'm saying? They were just using me, They would make little crazy jokes about, oh my God, I never will forget, kill the end stuff, And one guy even actually said, it's been a long time since I took Ian in the woods and strung him up. And I'm like, are you serious? I'm hanging around these people getting high. I can't do this, you know. So they probably gonna kill me. And I've seen a lot of really terrible things this last go round. I'm like, come on, Alex, you better than this, you know. My worth is more than this, you know. So that what brought me back to the mission this time, yeah.
The first time you came, what did it feel like your first meal or when you first arrived?
Oh God, I never forget. They took a picture of me down in the dining room with watermelon and fish and stuff, shrimp on a plate. It felt good to have to not have to look over my shoulder for someone or not being worried about being robbed. Had a clean, warm bed. I could take a shower and stuff like that because hanging down in the streets, I mean, I wasn't able to take a shower. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that type of person. You know, I've always been clean. I was raised to be clean, you know. So yeah, that was it. I mean, I felt good about, you know, cleaning up and coming out those streets. Yeah. I tell a lot of people that, you know, when they come in, I work in the garbage shop now. I tell a lot of people when they come in the garbage shop, you know, the choice is up to you. You either choose you're going to stay out there in that mess or you're going to come in here and get yourself together. Because the opportunity is here for you to get yourself together. You just have to, you know, apply it. Yeah, apply yourself.
Yeah. So are you part of the Life Recovery Program?
I am, yes.
Okay.
I am in the second step, about to go into the third step. And it's great, you know. I feel good about myself again, you know. It's different this time though because you know I feel that I've become more inclined to Christ. I feel that my life is really changing for the good this time. I don't know, I just feel different about myself this time, this go around. It's great. It really is great.
Awesome. What would you say is the most important thing you've learned this time?
That no matter what, Jesus loves me, no matter what. You know what I'm saying, though? His grace and his mercy, you know, I mean, he forgives me for things that I think I'm not, you know, forgiven for or I'm not worthy of, you know what I'm saying, though? God, I know, it's a different connection now with our Creator. And it's really good from my point of view, you know. He loves me. Because there are so many times, you know, I pray, I thank you, Jesus, for loving me, even when I didn't love myself. Because there are so many times I didn't love myself. But, you know, he still loved me, you know. So that's a great feeling. It's a great feeling.
Where were you spiritually when you first arrived?
When I first, arrived here? Okay, so I was raised up in the church. I was a PK kid, you know. But the thing about it, though, it's just different now. Now I can identify myself as having a relationship with Christ. Back then, I was just playing church. I thought if you just go to church on Sundays, you know, you sing in the choir, you go to Bible study and stuff, that'll get you into heaven. Biggest lie I ever was told. You know, you got to truly know Christ. You know, have a relationship with him in order to get to heaven.
How do you think being in a faith-based environment has impacted your healing?
Well, it keeps you grounded. I'm the type of person I need discipline. I need a controlled environment. So being here, I mean, you got no choice, but I mean, you wake up Jesus, you go to bed Jesus, you know. Which I mean, it's not intense like that, you know, but it helps a lot. It helps a lot. That's why you know I know that it's only God that, you know, got me here and it's keeping me here, you know. Like I told you before, I'm not degrading AA and stuff like the NA, but the faith base, the Christ base, that what helps me. That what gets me going and keeps me going. Yeah.
You mentioned the Agape Shop, but how do you serve around the mission?
Okay, so I work in the Agape Shop. The Agape Shop is where people come in and shop for free. Yeah, I enjoy it. I enjoy it to the fullest. I enjoy talking to people. I enjoy serving people. I enjoy praying with people. You know, like I said, it's a lot going on nowadays. So I try to do. You know, we try to display the Agape Shop. You know, because Agape means the love of God, love of Christ. And so when someone walks through those doors, they want to feel warm and welcome. You know. They want to feel good when they walk in that store. I try to keep it clean, because that means a lot too. You know what I'm saying? I even got this air diffuser where it blows like the air. It smells good, So I don't know. It's just. I don't know. I love working in a garbage shop though. It's really good. Oh, it helps me out a lot because I know like if I'm going through something though, like I'm worried about something or I'm just like just struggling with today. I go in a garbage shop and it takes my mind off of lusting thoughts or wanting to go get high or wanting to go drink and stuff like that. Because I still struggle with those thoughts. I still struggle with them. But I get through it. Yeah.
Where do you think you would be if you hadn't come to the Downtown Rescue Mission?
Oh, probably dead. Yeah. I think, there's a purpose on my life, and that purpose is to help other people. When I think back at all my friends that I grew up with and hung out with, they're all dead. They're all dead. But God still has me here for a reason. And even and with me working at a garbage shop, it brings me joy, to helping people, even though, I know it's not me, it's him, it's all about him. But he uses me, God uses me. I've smoked crack, I've done everything, I've practiced homosexual activities, I've done everything under the sun, sin, a life of sin. But he still uses me, it just blows my mind. It blows my mind, yeah.
Okay. I have a couple more fill in the blanks for you.
Sure.
Before I came to the Downtown Rescue Mission, I was blank.
Lost, discouraged, hurting. Oh gosh, it was terrible. There were times that I really wanted to take my life. I really wanted to take my life. I didn't want to live anymore. And it hurts me. And it hurts now that I think about it, that I was at that low point in my life. That's not a good place to be. God, I thank God for bringing me out of that. It was terrible. Yeah, there were times that I just wanted to walk in front of a bus because I've had friends that literally done that, I thank God I didn't get to that point that I literally did it. Yeah.
Since coming to the Downtown Rescue Mission, I am blank.
I am a new creation. Yeah, I feel good about myself. I love the Lord. Oh gosh, I don't have to worry about I don't have to worry about dying, you're gonna die anyway. But I don't have to worry about dying in sin, you know what I'm saying? I don't have to worry about being killed. I don't have to worry about being beat up and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? I can lay down tonight and know that everything is all right with me now. The police ain't looking for me. Yeah, God, it's a real comfort in knowing these things now that everything is all right now, That's a real bad feeling when you have to look over your shoulder or the police pull up and you think they looking for you, That's not a good feeling. And God don't have to do that no more.
Yeah. What is the way that the mission is setting you up for success after the program?
Well, they do help out with assisting you with different jobs and stuff like that. They have the thrift stores and stuff like that they send you to if you want to work there. And there are times that, I do worry about, having a job, whenever I do graduate the program, And I have to remind myself that it's already been written. Why am I worried about it? Because God got it already in control. I may not know what the future beholds, but he does. And I have to trust and believe that. I'm gonna be all right. They provide you with housing and stuff like that. They help you find jobs and stuff like that here. It's gonna be all right. I'm not having no worry about it. It's wherever I find a job at, wherever they place me at, I'm gonna be all right. Yeah.
What meaningful relationships have you made here that'll help you moving forward?
Well, I've made so many friends, like with staff members, guys I came through the program with. Because me being here, and I've been here before, there are a lot of people that are here and still here that I've been knowing for years, And it's good. It's good, to be welcomed here all the time. I feel loved. I feel loved, truly loved. Yeah.
How has the mission helped you change the way you see yourself?
I appreciate life. Yeah. I appreciate life. I can say that. Um, there's a difference. There's a difference in my life. Um, I still, I don't have a whole lot, you know what I'm saying, but I have a new life. Like I said before, I feel good about myself. I feel good about where I'm at right now. I literally cut my family off from talking to my family because I called my family this past Christmas, and one of my aunts made me feel bad about coming back to the mission and getting my life together, and I'm like, that's not God. I'm coming out these streets and come back to the mission, get myself together, and you are trying to degrade me. So I haven't talked to my family since December. Yeah, I said I rather not deal with them right now and get myself together than to go through that. Because I feel good about myself right now. And my mother and father are dead now, but they would have never did that. They would have told me, "You doing good." So yeah, that's a tough thing to do. That's a tough thing to do, is to put family, because I'm a family oriented person. To put family aside for a minute and just not even talk to them. So that's another struggle that I'm going through, but I get through it.
Yeah. What struggles has the mission helped you overcome?
Well, for one, housing. um, I struggle with the whole same-sex attraction thing, and I get counseling through it, because I didn't choose this, and for years I hated myself behind it. But I have to look at the fact that God is still in control. He got it all worked out. I'm going through this for a reason, and it's not about me. It's about Him. And it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. Oh, so many days like I struggle, being here, with the guys around me and stuff like that, though. But He gives me the strength to not fall weak to that. Yeah, I just keep on pressing on with Him. Yeah. He literally gives me the strength to get through it. So I ain't touched nobody. So I'm like, yeah,
Thank you for sharing.
absolutely.
I have another fill in the blank for you.
Okay.
I am thankful to the Downtown Rescue Mission because.
They gave me a new way of life. The Downtown Rescue Mission gave me a new way of life. They rescued me from myself by coming here, because I was just going through hell. Just going through hell. And there's always open arms whenever I come. When I graduate, leave, and come back, it was always open arms. True enough, they would, get on to you about, saying, like, "Alex, aren't you tired? Alex, your worth is worth more than them streets." And they speak truth, but they're speaking truth in love, though. And like I said, I need that in my life. I need the structure of stuff. I need the tough love. Yeah. So yeah.
One more. I hope people will support the Downtown Rescue Mission because.
There's a lot of people that need help. There's a lot going on nowadays. There's a lot of people going through things nowadays. It's just a lot going on, and you don't know what people are going through. I know I have to be careful how I talk to people, because you don't want to be that person that send that next person over the edge. I try to listen a lot. The Downtown Rescue Mission, they go, when you go to them, they do listen to you, and they don't judge you, and they always show love, and they understand, and they assure you that it's gonna be okay. We got you. So that's a good thing. That's a good feeling. God's got you. Yeah. When people sit down and literally pray with you, that's good. That means a lot. Yeah.
What are your hopes for the future?
Well, I want to continue. I wish to God I could like continue to working in ministry, because that's what I have this pull. That's where my calling is. That's what my gift is. And it's in ministry. I like to sing. I like to praise and worship. I don't know what the future beholds, but I pray that it is in somewhere, where I'm helping someone, do something other to make them feel better about themselves. Yeah, some type of ministry.
It sounds like you're already doing it too.
Yeah. That's what I feel. I feel good about my job. I love my job.
So have you experienced holiday celebrations here, and can you tell us any about that?
Yeah, so I experienced Thanksgiving, I experienced Christmas, which is the two main holidays that I celebrate. Easter is approaching, but it's family. I mean, I don't have family like physically family here, but I have my guys here, my brothers here. I have they're my family. You know what I'm saying? They know more about me. I know more about them than our own actual biological family. So yeah, I mean it's close. I mean we are close knit, tight here. Me and the guys here. I have a lot of guys that I talk to here, and I feel good that they're comfortable enough to talk to me. About what's going on with them. And it's just like my own brothers and sisters. I'm more close to these guys here than my own brothers and sisters. So yeah, there's a close knit family. We are a family here, and when the holidays come, it's even more better. I've had some guys like, Alex, come go home and meet my family for Christmas or whatever. And I'm okay with that. But I'd rather stay here with the guys that don't have nowhere to go and spend time with them. You follow me? So yeah, that's what I do. Yeah, but yeah.
Is there anything that I didn't ask that you were hoping to share?
I think we covered everything. Yeah, I think we covered everything. It's been good, talking, reflecting back on a lot of things, and yeah, it's been good.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing your
Absolutely.
It seems like a beautiful ministry here, so I'm
It
excited
is.
to
It certainly
hear your
is.
story and to help share it.
Yeah.
Continue it.
Terrific.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.